Ever seen the number 666 and felt a chill? For centuries, it's been painted as the ultimate symbol of evil, the mark of the beast, something to fear. But what if I told you there's a much deeper, more complex story behind this number, one that the church often skips over? Today, we're going to peel back the layers of mystery surrounding 666, and you'll see it's not just about some scary monster or an evil dictator. It's about something much more personal and profound. Let's start by diving right into the heart of the matter. The Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 18. This is the only place in the Bible where 666 is mentioned. It says, "Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, the first thing to notice is that it says the number of a man, not the number of a demon or a devil. This is a crucial clue. It tells us we're dealing with something human, something rooted in our world. So, how do we calculate this number? This is where a practice called gematria comes in. In ancient languages like Hebrew and Greek, letters also had numerical values. People's names could be summed up to a number. For example, in Greek, the name Jesus adds up to 888. This was a common way of encoding messages or highlighting significance. Many scholars believe the man, whose number is 666, was a specific historical figure, the Roman Emperor Nero. When you take the name Nero, Caesar and write it out in Aramaic, a language spoken at the time. The letters add up to exactly 666. Why Nero? Well, Nero was one of the most brutal persecutors of the early Christians. He was infamous for his tyranny and cruelty. He even declared himself a god and demanded to be worshipped. For the early Christians living under his reign, Nero was the embodiment of human evil opposing God. So, 666 wasn't just a random scary number. It was a coded message, a secret way for persecuted Christians to identify the source of their oppression without openly naming the emperor and facing execution. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The number itself has symbolic meaning. In the Bible, the number 7 often represents perfection, completeness, and divinity. Think of the 7 days of creation. The number 6, on the other hand, represents humanity. Man was created on the 6th day. 6 is one short of 7. It represents falling short of divine perfection. So, when you see 6 repeated 3 times 6, 166 sits, like a triple emphasis on human imperfection, human rebellion, and falling short of God's standard. It symbolizes humanity at its most arrogant, trying to be its own God, completely separate from the divine. It's the ultimate symbol of human failure and incompleteness. This brings us to the next key point. Why is 666 tied to worship? Revelation 13 talks about a mark of the beast on the right hand or the forehead. Without this mark, no one could buy or sell. This has led to endless speculation about microchips, barcodes, and global currencies. But these interpretations miss the symbolic point. In ancient times, the hand symbolized a person's actions and deeds. The forehead symbolized their thoughts and beliefs. So, receiving the mark on your hand or forehead isn't about a physical tattoo or a chip. It's about who you give your allegiance to. It's about your actions and your thoughts being dedicated to the beast system, to this human-centered, anti-God way of life. The act of buying and selling also has a deeper meaning. It represents participating in society, being part of the economic and social system. The passage suggests that, in the end times, the world system will be so opposed to God that to participate in it, to thrive, to even survive, you'll have to conform to its values. You'll have to put your trust in human power, wealth, and institutions rather than in God. This is the real essence of worshiping the beast. It's a choice of allegiance. Do you worship the Creator, or do you worship the creation, humanity, and its systems? So, the real danger behind the mark isn't a scary implant. The real danger is a slow, subtle compromise of your beliefs and values. It's choosing convenience over conviction. It's prioritizing worldly success over spiritual integrity. It's allowing the culture around you to shape your thoughts and actions, rather than letting your faith guide you. Think about it in today's world. How often are we pressured to conform to ideas or behaviors that go against our conscience just to fit in, to keep a job, or to be accepted? That is the modern-day struggle of resisting the mark. This is why the Bible contrasts the 144,000 who have the Father's name on their foreheads with those who have the mark of the beast. It's a spiritual battle for your mind and your heart. One side represents total devotion to God, and the other represents allegiance to a rebellious human system. It's a choice we all face every single day in small and large ways. So what are the spiritual implications for us today? T. Misaki of 666, is Une meant to make us live in fear of a future Antichrist or a specific technology? It's a timeless warning and a powerful call to self-examination. It asks us, where is our trust? What do we truly worship? Are we living a life that reflects God's perfection, represented by the number 7? Or are we stuck in the cycle of human imperfection and rebellion, symbolized by 666? The number 666 is a symbol of a system that promises power, security, and pleasure, but ultimately leads to spiritual death, because it's cut off from the source of life. God, it's the ultimate dead end of humanism. It's humanity trying to save itself, which, according to the Bible, is impossible. So instead of looking for 666 on products at the grocery store, we should be looking for its influence in our own hearts. Are we compromising our faith for social acceptance? Are we putting our trust in money and power instead of in God? Are we letting the values of the world dictate our thoughts and actions? The story of 666 is not about a boogeyman. It's a profound spiritual lesson about the choice between two kingdoms. The kingdom of God, based on love, humility, and dependence on Him, and the kingdom of man, based on pride, power, and self. The number 666 is simply a label for the latter. It's a warning sign, a spiritual red flag telling us that the path of pure human ambition, detached from its creator, leads to ruin. The good news is that we don't have to be afraid. The book of Revelation was written to give hope to the persecuted, not to scare future generations. It shows that despite the power of the beast, God is ultimately in control and will be victorious. Our job is not to decipher complex codes or predict the future. Our job is to choose today, and every day, whom we will serve. It's about cultivating a relationship with God so strong that no worldly system, no matter how powerful or persuasive, can sway our allegiance. So, the next time you see the number 666, don't just think of horror movies or conspiracy theories. Think of it as a reminder to check your heart, a reminder to question what you truly worship, and a reminder that true life, true perfection, and true hope are not found in the number of man, but in the grace of God. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. I hope this sheds a new light on one of history's most misunderstood numbers. If you found this helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more content that goes beyond the surface. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.